probably a very, very good chance that you are wasting a lot of money on Amazon PPC by overspending, doing too many campaigns, doing your entire catalog, not really knowing where to start and what products to target. And today we're going to address all that. So hi, I'm Chris Turton. We are a UK full service Amazon agency, and I founded the business e-commerce intelligence, and we run that agency. Today, we are going to go into some low budget PPC strategies and hacks that you can really take forward for new product lines, new brands, and new businesses selling on Amazon. So a little bit more about us. We work with 60 different Amazon sellers that do a lot of advertising. We handle like £5 million a year on Amazon ads. We're an Amazon verified ad partner. We've got some fantastic results, really low ACoS figures. And today I'm going to go into some really, really good strategies for low budget PPC tips on Amazon. So the first thing you want to do is start small. Don't overinvest in your advertising. There is this fallacy that people want to spend a lot of money on Amazon advertising. The more money they throw at it, the more they think will work. Well, guess what? It doesn't work that way. Google, you can put a little bit more into almost of your initial budgeting and start to see volume coming through. Amazon ads is slightly different. You have such a limitation of the catalog. Depending on the actual category page, you may have 10, 16, 20 products, lots of your sponsored products, to fit into an organic search term. So there's a lot of competition there, and it's going to take some time to build. So start small. We typically have any clients that start about £10, so $12, $13 per ASIN when they first start. We keep it really, really small, really, really effective in their campaigns. The way we do this is we target the right ASINs. This is the biggest point for us, is the fact that we go after products that we know should work. So we have products that we've started listing. We look within their business reports, in their brand analytics. We see products that have low impression rates, high conversion. That for us is a home win for sponsored products, because we know the product should work initially and it should help us get our early ACoS figures down. And your ACoS figure is the percentage advertising cost of sale, and we want this figure to be as low as possible. There's also the other figure called ROAS, which is the return on advertising spend, and it's the same figure as ACoS. It's just that it's measured and times by the original value. So to put it into a recent perspective, a 20% ACoS means that 20% of your advertising cost of spend. It also means that you would have a ROAS of 5, because 100 divided by 5 is 20. It's that metric if you don't get that. But it's a good metric to use as a foundation, is your ACoS and your ROAS figures. Of course, that's not the final figure for you to look at in terms of return on investment. So understanding your numbers is key. Making sure that you understand something called your TACoS, or your true advertising cost of sale, or your ROAS, your true return on advertising spend, is vital. And this is because Amazon advertising has a direct correlation to Amazon organic ranking. And this is up to 60%, by the way. And we've seen this happen now for 2 or 3 years. Since 2021, this has come into place. So unlike Google PPC, where Google SEO, they don't mix, Amazon PPC, Amazon SEO most certainly does. So you have to remember that your ad spend also correlates to a section, 2/3 of your organic traffic, potentially organic sales. So you've got to measure for your TACoS, or your true ROAS. Now, as a company, we spend millions every year on Amazon advertising. Our TACoS figure is 5.3% at the moment this month. That equates to every £5.30 we spend, or about $7, translates into £100 or $120 in revenue for our clients. And we can build that into our margin model, so that we know when we are saying to a client of ours, this is how your advertising is working, it's pivotal, because we can monitor that against their actual return on investment. There is no point saying, hey, look, I'm spending 20% of my advertising budget for a return if you don't have 20% in the kitty to start with. And unfortunately, this is what so many Amazon sellers do. Don't do it. Work your net margins out, and your goal is to get your TACoS and your true ROAS figures down. And to start by doing that, you need low budgets, and you need to monitor that effect efficiently. Let's get back into it. This is our top list of key points that are going to help you keep a low budget and a high quality PPC account working, and at a low budget. So first of all, make a very small budget. Start small. Like you said, $10, $12 a day, £15, £20 tops on one ASIN, one product. Make sure you don't put multiple products into an ad campaign, because it's harder to monitor. And when you are looking for deeper into this, when you start looking at keywords and what's working, what's not working, you're muddying the waters. So start small, one ad campaign, one ad group inside there, and one product. And the product you should choose should be a product that's either a company company bestseller, a bestseller that you've known more globally within your business, or one that Amazon is telling you within the business reports and brand analytics is the best product for you, because you're more likely to get a return on this product. Start small with that. When we start breaking down those ads, you might know a little bit more about keywords and how you test them. There are multiple ways you can build campaigns, and the main ones of those are auto, broad, exact, and phrase. Those are the keyword groups typically within Amazon's sponsored product groups. When we work with them exclusively, we tend to start with, and there's a lot of mixing different ideologies within the community, we tend to start with a auto campaign to build those keywords, find the right keywords. Again, it's important that your product is right. So you need to make sure the right keywords are there. And you need to make sure that your product is representing those keywords, because if your keywords are the correct keywords in the ad campaign and people aren't buying it, is your product listing defining that product correctly? So a good example of this would be, am I selling a Red Bull? Is my keyword a Red Bull? Okay, does my product listing itself contain the fact that it's a Red Bull? If the image doesn't quite look like it's a Red Bull, you have to think of the end-to-end consumer when you are making your ads and your listings. Remember that your product listing is your advert. So your product listing has to be great for you to see an ad return. Don't just jump straight in, spend a load of money on ads if your product listing isn't right. So that will be another key tip, is start with getting the product listing absolutely spot on in terms of where you are. Once you've got that right, you've got your small ad budget, you know the right product to choose, you know that product is the correct listing. What campaign types do you choose? And like I said, there is a lot of conjecture and hearsay, and people say we'll try all different things. We start with an auto match campaign typically. We then build campaigns out into broad match, exact, and phrase. And we will look at what is the best definition for that product and that client. Because sometimes, most time broad match has a better return on investment. Other times exact match and phrase have a better structure. And to understand more about what they are, an auto campaign means that Amazon picks the keywords for you. It looks at your product listing and builds keywords around that product listing. That can pull good keywords from you that you might not have researched and you can use within your campaigns. Broad match, phrase match, and exact match, you choose the keywords and you can refine and define them as you go on. So if you find keywords that aren't working for you, you can either negate them, delete them, whatever. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of that process because, again, that's more refined, that's more structured. What you do want to do to get the low budget PPC ad starting is make sure you are choosing the right format for you. And my recommendation is to start with auto. Start with an auto campaign, drill that into a phrase, a broad, and exact match campaign, see how that works for you. You might find that within your category, you have a specific thing that works better for you, and therefore roll with that. Get that absolutely spot on. The biggest thing that's going to make a difference to you getting a return on investment on your ads early on is your product listing. Get that right and you're onto a winner. Make sure it's got some reviews if you can. Make sure the product listing is working. Make sure it's converting. And again, your business reports and your brand analytics will tell you if your products are converting. And this will help save you a lot of money. And you want to make sure that your return on investment with your ACoS, your TACoS, your ROAS, your true ROAS figures are representative of what you can afford to spend. Don't just throw money at it. Throwing money, big budget at your ads is the worst thing you can possibly do. So that's some really, really key core tips. For more, to really get into PPC and to understand more about the full funnel in advertising, please come and speak to us. We're a UK Amazon full service agency. We're with some of the biggest names in the UK. We help manage all their ads. We can give you the right guidance to make sure you get the right return on investment and get full transparency within the data, which is something that we excel in exceptionally well. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe to a little bell icon, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.